Okay guys, this is Brandon. This is my grandson. Say hello, Brandon.
Hey, YouTube family.
He is visiting me for the weekend. He lives in Denton. He goes to UNT out there in Denton, Texas. He said that's too much information. No, it's not. Let me give y'all his date of birth and social security number. Anyway, he is helping me clean all of this up. We're going to pull out my hydroponic system. I did not have it going this year. I'll probably get it all cleaned up and ready for the spring. And I also think that I am going to start growing in my greenhouse. This is a 10 by 20 greenhouse. It should be 10 by 20, but I can see, most people can't see, but when I built the greenhouse, I made a mistake. One side of the greenhouse is actually is not as wide as the other, but nobody can tell but me. It's me, and I know that because I built the greenhouse. What are you pointing at? Oh, I told him that I had a yellow spider hanging out in here. Woo! Shoot, what am I stepping in? I'm stepping on something sticky. I told him I had a yellow spider that was had been hanging out in here for months. I thought it was gone, but he just spotted it. Here it is. Right here. He's still just hanging. I just wonder, what do they eat? Because well, you know what? He probably has a lot to eat in this greenhouse, because I'm sure there are all kinds of insects that fly in and out of here. So in the meantime, we're pulling everything out. I'm going to recover this disgusting looking floor. I know it's a greenhouse, but I still don't want it to look like this. I want it to look better than this. But as you can see, we have the window that's open on this side with a screen here. We have screen on the bottom. And I also have the heavy duty plastic on the other side, so when it gets cold, I just roll the plastic down to keep it nice and warm. And here, back here is where I had my storage of stuff, but I'm pulling that all out because I'm afraid that if critters get in here, they'll have some place to hide. So this is the front. I have lights in here as well, so at night is lit up, and when it's nice and clean in here, it's very serene. I call it my nightclub. But cattle panels over here. I think I mentioned before in another video, this was the hardest part of constructing this greenhouse, was getting these cattle panels up. But as you see, I have it looped, and then I just have them tacked down. Oh, let me remove the spider. I have it tacked down here. And I mentioned before that I constructed this greenhouse myself. I can see an issue that I'm having with one side of the greenhouse just bowing out. I will eventually see what I can do to fix that before I mean, it's pretty sturdy. It has gone through all types of storms, and Texas. I mean, we've had hailstorms, we've had tornadoes and everything else, where I would go through the neighborhood and trees would be tumbled and all, but my greenhouse is still standing. So I'm pretty proud of it. I even laid my little walkway heading up to the greenhouse. So anyway, so I'm going to get back with him and pulling everything out. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to pull out my hydroponic system right now, because that's a lot of work with putting that back together. I did a lot with putting that in. So I think what I may do is just really pull everything from behind it where I had storage. I don't like those gutters being stored back there because that's an easy place for critters to get into and hide this winter to stay nice and warm. So those will all be coming out. But I'll bring you all back once we get everything pulled out. So we're just pulling it out and just stacking it on the sidewalk. So guys, I can see right here where something has been in here digging and eating on my pool noodles, but they were digging the ground. The unfortunate part is where I live, we live on a bed of rock, limestone. So if you dig down, oh, I can see where something has been digging. Look at under here. They have literally dug under this post right here. Let me zoom in. Dug under that post. Look at that. Yeah. So I'm glad I'm out here cleaning this out. This can't happen. This can't happen. Can't do this. Pulling out all those pool noodles that I had for a project that I never realized. I never did anything with them. But thank goodness we're getting this all out, before it becomes a real issue. This is my water reservoir. You don't know what is. Oh, look, I'm scared to look inside. Okay, this is my water reservoir. I was scared of making sure nothing didn't crawl in there. So we probably pull this out. And this is where my circular system goes, my water from my hydroponic system, where it would run. The water would come from the tubes here, run all the way across, circulate, will drain into my little buckets here, and then drain back down and just continue. So we're going to pull this out as well. Well, Brandon is going to pull it out because I'm so glad he's here. I guess Brandon is about to start sweeping some of the stuff out. Oh, this is really a relief for me. I'm telling you. I've been stressing about getting in here and cleaning this out. So all back here. I don't know how much longer I'll keep my greenhouse.
Forever.
You just said as long as it took me to put it up, huh? I'm just concerned about this side over here bowing and pushing out. This side. I can put something on the outside and brace it to push it back in. Anyway, so we're getting it all cleaned. We got pretty much everything moved out of the greenhouse. He is terrified of my friend right here, who's been hanging out in the greenhouse for the last few months. He's terrified of him. Yeah, my friend. We have conversations when I'm out here. But we've got everything moved. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to move my hydroponic system. I think I'm just going to come in here and wash it down. I don't want to dismantle it because it took too long to put it together. We did move the water reservoir that was here, which is a 27-gallon tub that this pours down into. We removed that. On the back side of here, I noticed that I had friends hiding out and digging back here. Let me get the camera. Digging back here. They were having a party back here because I used to have some gutters laying back here and they could hide inside of them. But as you can look down in here, you can see where they were trying to dig their way underground. I'm going to clean all of this up. I am going to fix this issue down here where I can see that something has been digging, and figure out how they got in. And I'm thinking that something crawled into this little tiny hole right here, because you know it doesn't take much. And I don't know how that hole got there. I didn't put it there. If so, what I'm going to do is go on the outside, and I will put hardware cloth going all the way across where my screen area is to prevent anything from getting in, from being able to tear into my screen like it's apparent that something did. I used to have the plastic hanging down here that was hiding my cinder blocks. I cut that so that nothing can hide under here. So I'm going to clean it all up. In the meantime, it just looks so much better being cleaned. So much better having everything out of there. I can address the issues that I have going on and get back to having my greenhouse, because I stopped coming in here. My friend is probably happy I'm cleaning his house out. Hey fella. Hey there. So I'll come back when we make more progress. So I decided, while I have help, to go ahead and clean out the hydroponic system as well. You see Brandon is spraying, getting out all of the you can see all the roots from the last plants that I grew. Man, I feel so much better having all this done. So now that I've got all the buckets nice and clean, I'm going to clean out my tube here where the water runs. So I'm just going to run water down in here, and you'll see it coming out on the other end. See, as I water down here, trace it down, and the water is pouring out on this other end. I just want to make sure it's nice and clean, so when I start my system back up, I probably should have pulled these out, but that's okay. I want to really get a good force in here to force out anything that may be, any roots or anything that may be in here, so that when I start up the system, so as we bring my buckets back in, it's a good thing I was smart when I built my system, and I actually numbered each one of my buckets so that I would know where to put them, because each of the little drain spouts are at a different length. So this is like number 6 right here. So it's 2, 4, 5, 6. So I'll place this in the spout of 6. Let's see, where are the other ones? I have one of them that I didn't number, which is okay. Okay, here's 7. Now this is a prime example. Let me show you a prime example of what I was cleaning out. I just saw it back here. This is roots from one of the plants that I grew, because when you're doing hydroponics, you're going to get massive roots. And I'm going to try to find an image. I think I have pictures of roots from my hydroponic plants that I grew. I did collard greens and tomatoes and just everything. So now I've got them all cleaned up. Got number 4, 2 through 4. So I'm so glad I numbered these. I did something smart. Okay, so the last ones, I think probably number 1 is what I didn't label. Yep, I didn't label number 1, which is fine. Brandon got it for me. Thank you, Brandon. So we got that all clean. We can bring the lids in. Oh, you got them? Oh, look at Brandon. Trying to be proactive. Go ahead, dude. And so, we didn't get my lids clean. We're going to have to rewash these. I want everything clean. So, but anyway, I'm going to take these back out and wash them off some more because they need to be scrubbed, the dirt on them. But before I do that, just let me show you all how this system is set up. You notice I have a slit going here in the back. The slit will go in the back. I have the hole here, and this is where my little basket will go. Let me show you the basket, what I'm talking about. Let me grab one. Try to get one. Okay. So here is my basket. Right here. I think this is 2-inch or whatever. I'm not sure the size. 3. I don't remember. But the basket goes here. No, you know what? Actually, that's not how I had this system set up. I take that back. I think these are what I use when I do my buckets, my like my little round buckets, from Home Depot or whatever. I use the baskets for this. But on these right here, I do believe that I just placed my plant down in this little spot right here. That's what I did. I'm sorry. I told you it's been a while since I've used the system. Well, I used it last year. But, so, what I did was, I have the, let me show you what I have. These are dirty. I have a bunch of clean ones though. But I just take these little net things like this, and I set these down inside of my buckets like this. I fill this with why do I keep wanting to say vermiculite? What's the other one? Perlite. I fill this with perlite. Then I place my lid on top, and then I'm able to stick my plant down inside of the perlite. These are going to hold, the perlite will actually hold the plant, the root of the plant. And then here is where I pull this up. It's normally turned around. We have it turned, but I pull this up, and this usually is coming from the back side. So I'm going to do this one. And I stick these. Sometimes I may stick these down in here. Stick my little water tubes down in here. Of course, the water is running from back here. Water runs into the bucket right here, and it flows down through here, all the way down to here, drains out into what I normally have my 7-gallon tub sitting here. Brandon, you can bring my tub in for me. Oh, look at Brandon. He on top of it. Jesus. What is going on here? I have my tub right here, in which this goes down. Hold on, just back. I'm holding this. Let me use my leg here. This gets down in here, and so the water just runs down through here, and it just continues. From my pump, usually set down inside. I should have put my pump in there first. I set my pump down in here. I'm doing this with one hand because I'm too lazy. I wasn't planning on filming, so I don't have my tripod out here where I can. But anyway, my pump sits down in there, runs up back through here when I have the pump attached. Runs up back through here. Here we go. I can't see. Yeah. and just circulates all the way around. So that's how it's done. And then as they grow, your roots get so massive that they literally will just take over this whole bottom part down in here. But that's how it's done. So hydroponics at its best. This is called there's a name for it. I believe it's called the Dutch bucket hydroponic system. I think that's what it's called. I forget. I told you I was on top of it when I built it last year. But see that dirt on it, Brandon? That's why we need to use that little cheesecloth to kind of wipe it when you do it. But we'll do that. But anyway, it's my Dutch bucket system. When I get it up and going, I'll definitely show it. I feel better now that I've cut that plastic. I had plastic hanging down here all the way down. I don't like that anymore because stuff can hide under there. So now I cut all the plastic off so I can see under here. And I say I have my system just setting up on cinder blocks. So I see a lot of hydroponic systems where people have I forgot the name of those systems that companies are sending out. They're good. I guess they're good for starting the plant or whatever. But when I started doing hydroponics, I went big time. I didn't do the little things in the house.